Hi, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Michelle McAllister. I'm a one-star director, and there are probably, I think, four directors between Lauren and I. So I'm far down in one of her legs, and I'm going to be going over how to use ChatGPT for your travel business. ChatGPT is one of many artificial intelligence applications, and ChatGPT is the easiest one. And I think the most popular one, it is free, so you don't have to worry that it's going to cost you anything. You can pay extra money for it, but honestly, I find the free one is sufficient. So I already started sharing my screen. I'm going to split my screen also. So I don't have any kind of, there we go. I don't have any kind of fancy PowerPoints or anything like that. So all I did was this down here, this over here is an application called Boards. So I just loaded some screenshots of my ChatGPT into Boards so it's easier for me to use. Not taking time to do a PowerPoint, I'm sorry, but so I use ChatGPT all the time. I actually have the app, the free one, on my phone. I don't use the paid version of it. You don't need it. And so I don't have it on this computer. So that's why I have to use screenshots. I have an iPhone and I have a PC for a computer. So I don't have my chat on this computer. And it's important that, I don't just go in and open up a new chat GPT to use, because my chat GPT actually knows who I am. It's learned me. I taught it all about me. So the most important thing to remember is that ChatGPT is not Google. Google, you ask it to run a search and it just does that. It just brings up a search. With ChatGPT, you're actually teaching it and modifying it, and you're getting it to get you better and better results every single time. You want your ChatGPT to learn about you. So you can ask chat, ask me 10, 15, 20 questions so you can learn about what I do. Now, I will make this Google Doc. This is just a Google Doc with these prompts. I will share the link with everyone so you have access to it. You want to, you can even ask chat and say, what kind of questions, would you like to ask me to learn about me? You can add things later on. You can let's see, I'm always telling it my hobbies, things I like to post about. Believe it or not, I've even used it to create a resume. You can do just about anything with it. So when you are asking chat to make posts for you, you want to make sure that chat knows you want to hook a story and a call to action. And if you're not familiar with those terms, a hook is something that grabs somebody's attention. So, people are flipping by, scrolling on Facebook, and you only have a second or two to grab their attention. So a hook could be something like, hey, check this out, or oh my gosh, you got to read this, something that makes them stop. And then a story, and then a call to action, because we want to get engagement on Facebook. So a call to action is something that you're asking somebody to do. Message me, you know, tell me your favorite type of candy, something that is getting engagement going. So some of the different things you can do over here on the left, this one, I asked chat to list techniques to boost engagement on my social media posts and build a loyal following. So it will sit there and give you some different ideas. And, I have a lot of examples. This stuff is not really what's important, because all my examples are based on me. So you want to use these prompts so chat creates things that are just for you. Here, what I did was give me an outline for a Facebook Live I can do to reintroduce myself to my followers. They say you should reintroduce yourself about every 60 days because you always get, a whole new audience at that point on Facebook, or even brand new if you just want to introduce yourself. You could tell chat, I'm ready to launch my travel business. I want to introduce myself. I want to do a live. You could tell it, I only want to talk for 3 minutes. I only want to talk for 5 minutes. And it will go through and it will give you exactly what you need to do. This one I just put in, a lot of times I'm in a hurry. I know I need to post, maybe I didn't plan like I should have. And just real quick, I'll say, give me some questions to ask on Facebook to get engagement. Maybe I'm going to be making a post later on with a deal share or something like that. And I want to warm up my algorithm. So I'm going to sit there and put something on there a few hours ahead of time to get engagement. I've created, this is number 5. I created reels and I do a lot of sunsets and stuff like that. So I said, what's the best song for a sunset reel? And here's the thing with chat is that you can find it. Here I put, do you have other ideas? And I'm always talking into the app. So a lot of times you'll see that I don't have good punctuation and maybe things spelled wrong. And it doesn't matter because chat understands it. You can, if you have limited time, you can ask it. You can say, I have 15 minutes per day. I want to create the perfect content for my followers. What should I create? It'll give you an idea of how to spend your time. You can even have it create a whole daily routine for you where, I only have 1 hour a day and I want to increase my followers with the best content. How should I spend my time? And it'll literally break it all down for you. 10 minutes doing this, 15 minutes doing that. Let's see what else we have over here. These don't all coincide with the prompts. This one I put write 10 fun questions about travel for a Facebook post for engagement. You can give it prompts, like down here in number 9, where you tell it to be funny, tell it to be engaging, tell it to be irresistible. I've made it, give me a post where, people can't resist commenting. So, and if it gives you something and you're like, well, it doesn't really flow for me, tell it, say, I don't like it. Give me something else. Make it funnier, make it more serious, make it sound like me. And again, these are kind of out of order here, but number 10, you can just take screenshots of posts that you've done or things that you've written and put it into chat just so it learns your writing style and it will create things in your writing style. And then here's where number 8, I was saying how, you can, maybe you wrote a post and you want it better. So you can ask Chatgpt, can you make this better? Can you ask me some questions so you can improve on it and rewrite it? This is list 3 evergreen content ideas about travel that I can post on Facebook. Evergreen content ideas are things that are timeless. So it doesn't go out of style. It doesn't, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's always, relevant. So this is a nice way of getting some nice travel content for your travel business page. So you could, chat gave some ideas, and then you could take that further and say, okay, I really like number 1. Now create me, list those 10 things and write 2 sentences about each. Something like that. Like be very specific for me. And I say, no, it's too long. Cut it down. Make it 200 words, something like that. This one, I need 10 travel tips for traveling internationally. So, this was a great post, a good, travel tip Tuesday kind of thing. I would just copy this whole thing, paste it into Facebook, put a cool picture, something like that. You can make it engaging by saying, now, let me know what your favorite travel tip is. You can actually like just screenshot things. This is right from my chat. So I wanted to use this little Happy Wednesday meme. I put the little picture right in the chat. I said, write me a post that sounds like me and make it engaging for this picture. I've taken pictures of a funny picture of my dog, and I said, give me a funny caption, and I made a story out of it. You can do just about anything with it. This is number 11, Blue Ocean Strategy. Blue Ocean Strategy for business is a very unique, unusual thing. So you could, apply the Blue Ocean Strategy to my travel business. Now I do the sponsor business. So, and ChatGPT knows that. So I told it, it's not for my network marketing business. And you can see here, it starts giving you some different ideas of some unusual things that maybe helps you stand out from other travel agents or travel business owners. You can even tell it, I didn't for this prompt, but number 11 on the right, you can see that you can have it put it in tabular format for you. So it can make a table for you. This is just part again of that Blue Ocean strategy. And again, it's going to be more related to me and my target market because chat knows me. Like I'm a healthcare professional, right? And so here's the one I said earlier where, I want you to focus on my travel business only. I only have 1 hour a day to work on my social media. I want to create the perfect content for my followers. So I need you to create me a daily routine for me to increase my followers with the best content that I can accomplish in 1 hour a day. And they broke it down. So it says for 10 minutes, I should spend engaging with my audience. Minutes on posting, doing a reel. 10 minutes on follow up. And 10 minutes on planning tomorrow's post. So, so if you're struggling with organization and you're not quite sure, how to structure yourself, you're a busy person. I work full time. Most of us are working full time, have families. So, you really want to take advantage of chat, have it do the work for you. This was just, I like to post about like kind of unique or bizarre travel attractions to kind of get people's attention. So I've done that before where I've asked it like, write me a 2-paragraph post about a unique and unusual sight to see in Jamaica. I've done it for Antarctica. I forget where else I've done it, Cancun. And then I'll go on like a free picture site like Pexels, PEXELS.com is a free picture site. So you can go on there, get a free picture, and bam, you have your post for the day. I have I have this like stupid fortune cookie fortune and it says share your knowledge of sports with others. I have no knowledge of sports with others. So I sat there and I told ChatGPT that I love bulldogs, the beach, boating, travel. Can you make some kind of funny post? And it sat there and made me a funny post to put with my stupid picture of my fortune cookie. I think that's the last one. Just make sure. So let me go through some of these over here. So the one thing with the free chat GPT is that it has a limit on how much you can use it in a day. So that's why I don't have examples for everything because it runs out. And I've never had a problem because I've used, I use it a lot and I get whatever I need out of it. But when I've tried to do this with a training before, I ran out of space and it'll tell you, oh, you have to wait 2 hours. So some other things you can do. Number 12, help me create a 30-day Instagram post series to take my target market on a journey and make them feel connected to me. So it will literally give you 30 days of posts, and what you should put with each post. So, the people that you're, trying to get to follow you and giving them value, it'll tell you how to get them to know you better. I use this one all the time, the trending hashtags. And I actually over here in my boards, if you have boards, I will do a training for you, but I have a board just for hashtags and they're all in little folders because I do a lot of the same things. Like I do Travel Tuesday, I do bulldogs, I do boating, like different things like that. And I'll say, give me the top 5 trending hashtags about such and such, and don't number them because that way I can just copy and paste them right into Facebook. So ChatGPT knows now, never to number my hashtags. I've even done, because sometimes they say don't use the top trending ones. Use something less popular so yours stands out amongst the crowd. So I've had it give me the top 2 trending and 3 of, less trending, something like that. I need a motivational post for Friday that speaks to my followers without mentioning the travel business because I don't always do travel, travel, travel. I try to give, just a lot of content and value, different things. You could do a 30-day content calendar that includes posts, stories, reels to engage my audience. When it creates that calendar for you, you can then even break it down further and just have it create, give me a paragraph to put with a reel. What should the video be? Here's the one I had in the beginning, list techniques to boost engagement on social media. Number 17, you can tell it to be whoever you want it to be. So please act as a social media expert and strategist for my business. Please generate 30 of the top topics that relate to my niche that I should make content about to attract my ideal client. Put a picture or meme here. Number 18, put a picture or meme into chat. We already did that one. Write a biography for my customers so I can post on social media. I needed to do a biography for a podcast I did. And I said, ask me 10 questions so you can write me the best biography. And it asked me 10 questions. I answered them and it wrote me like a really killer biography. Create itineraries. I have a lot more down below. I have a ton of travel stuff for you. This is the one I already did, a unique location. Here you go again. I need help planning my content for Facebook for the week. My travel business specializes in cruises. I post a lot about bulldogs and boats. You fill in your blanks. I want you to help me plan out my content for the week. I want to do, now you put in whatever you want. I want to do 3 posts a day, 3 stories a day, and 3 reels a week. I only want 20% of the content directly related to the travel business. I want my followers to get value and feel inspired. First, I want you to ask me 5 questions that's going to help you do a better job. So, and remember, like I said, I do it all the time with chat. It'll give me something and I'll say, I don't like that. It doesn't sound like me. It's too robotic sounding. Give me 10 more and make it sound better. Make it sound funny. Like you keep teaching it, and the more you work with it, the more you put into it, the better responses you're going to get back out. So the next section here, and again, I have the Google Doc link for everyone. So this is prompts for itinerary planning. And that's what I had done in the earlier one. So I did an itinerary for 10 days to Italy, focusing on history and going to Florence, Rome, and Pompeii or something like that. So, when you get those clients who are like, well, I want to go to France, but I don't know what I want to see, kind of thing. So, you can find out, are they young, active people? Are they, do they need something slower paced? Do they like nightlife? Do they want history? Do they want art? Are they foodies? You can put that all in the chat and it will sit there and make the itineraries for you. You can ask about local recommendations, restaurants, cafes, different activities. Think about here, the other thing too is that this isn't just for your customers, right? This is stuff that you can use as posts. Why can't you sit there and put some, cool places, nightlife in New York City, a few weeks, maybe in November before New Year's Eve, and you're going to post a deal share about a hotel in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, so you could do a lot of interesting stuff with it without spending a lot of time because it will literally do it for you. Down here, oh, the other thing you can do with all of this is say you have somebody going to Iceland or they're going to Dubai or wherever. You can put together a really nice little packet of information for them. You could pop it into a Canva template to make it fancy. And so you could do provide some common phrases in Germany for a traveler in situations like dining, shopping, and asking for directions. Translate common phrases. Cultural insights. This is super important. If you're going to a country like Dubai, they have some cultural norms that are different than ours. So it's really helpful to let your travelers know what to expect. So again, you can make this really cool little packet of information for them. Different travel tips and advice. And again, this would be great for Travel Tip Tuesday or just any helpful information to put out there or for your clients. This is on safety information. Again, like health advisories, precautions to take when traveling, how to stay healthy. Oh my gosh, cruises. How many people get sick on cruises, right? There's a million tips out there for how to stay healthy on a cruise. I think I'm going to use that because I'm a cruiser. I'll put that in my thing. Accommodation suggestions. Maybe you have someone that's very much looking into eco-friendly lodging locations, budget friendly, wheelchair accessible locations, different options for flights and transportation. What's the most cost-effective travel options? Weather, I like this one because, I had a client, they were traveling to Iceland in May. So I put together again like a Canva template type thing with all kinds of helpful information. And part of it was, what to dress for, what to expect temperature wise at time of year. It's also a cool way to, you know, maybe somebody's thinking about going to Italy and they don't know when to go. You could, have chat. It's way faster than Google too. Have chat give you the average temperatures and rainfall for every month in Italy, so you can look at the best times to go. And then, what are the cheapest months to travel in Italy? And then you can kind of combine it together. Again, this one's for budget planning, different ways to save money. These are great posts to make. Connectivity solutions, what's the best option to, for internet access if you're in Japan, for example. More helpful tips for your travelers, emergency assistance. Where do I find the nearest embassy, emergency services and hospitals? Entertainment. Suggest entertainment for a long journey. You got travelers flying 14 hours, you can make a nice little list. And they have kids, kids 4 and 6, entertainment ideas. Your customers would love that. What kind of documents do you need? Look at that. Guide me through the steps of a visa application. Prompts for environmental consciousness. Local events and festivals. I always share the story. I went to Italy last year and I did not know, and I was in Venice. And we took a boat over to Murano And when we went to get on to go to the next island, the boats were closed down because it was the 24th annual Vongo Longo. That is a worldwide protest against motorized boats, and they have it in Venice every year. And thousands of rowers from all over the world come and they row. So it's pretty cool watching, hundreds and hundreds of, those big crewing ships, boats going through. But we were stuck on the island for 3 hours. So had I known, and had I checked ahead of time, I would not have chosen that day to go over to one of the islands. So it's a good thing to check out. Food allergies, dietary needs, huge. You can look for all the gluten-free restaurants in Paris, something like that. Physical, mental health, mental wellness tips while traveling. This would be great for posts. Historical and educational insights, different landmarks. So that's the end of it. So again, the app is just called Chatgpt. I use the free version. There is a paid version. There are multiple AIs out there. I find, and from different coaches that I have, that ChatGPT is the best one. ChatGPT will also create pictures for you if you ask it to. However, it's not the best one. If you really want to get into creating pictures, there are artificial intelligence programs out there that are better at that. You have to really look at it because it'll make a picture of something and a word will be spelled wrong in it or something, or it just looks funky. It doesn't have I guess it doesn't have enough information for that. So I will make sure that this is available for everyone. And if if you ever have any questions or have your own little tips you want to share, I would love to hear them. Thank you.